guys, it's Jessie V. So if you're at my show right now, you probably looked at the pamphlet that was handed to you and thought, why in the world is Jessie doing a story time about pizza? Has she absolutely lost her mind? Has she finally gone completely crazy? Is she that passionate about a bunch of dough with tomato sauce and cheese on top? And the scariest of all, has she actually run out of ideas? And, first of all, yes to the first 3 questions. And secondly, my ideas are endless. And this video just ended up being one of them. I mean, what if this story time is the best I've ever told? You know that saying that your parents and your teachers used to tell you? Never judge a book by its cover? Well, never judge a story time by its cover. How about that? Let's get the teachers to teach that one at school, huh? I mean, YouTube is becoming a big part of society. So let me just start off by saying that I had to look up a lot of pictures of pizza for this video because I had to create a thumbnail, and I also like to pop up pictures throughout my videos, as you guys know, just to, you know, give some visuals, help the story out. And let me just tell you, there were some weird things that showed up in my search. Kids, never venture through Google Images on your own. Always have a buddy. Always. Buddy system. For example, here is a pizza bed. And I'm not even gonna lie, I've wanted this my whole entire life. Imagine having your friend over for a sleepover for the very first time. They walk into your room and you're like, we'll be sleeping on pepperoni tonight. This is a lovely couple putting their pizza baby to sleep. I'm kind of jealous of the person who had time to Photoshop this. Oh, and here are some guys proposing to their girlfriends with a pizza. That is the real way to my heart, if anyone's wondering. I mean, the list goes on. Pizza tattoos? I bet when this person is old, they're gonna look down at their pizza tattoo with serious regret, and it's gonna be all old and faded. It'll be more like an expired pizza than anything else.
Yeah, I've had this pizza on my arm for 62 years. It definitely does not look appetizing anymore.
If I was a tattoo artist, I'd be like, are you sure? With your entire being that you want that on your body. I mean, I know you love pizza, but do you love it that much? Oh, and we can't forget about the pizza cakes, because why have one pizza when you can have 7 stacked on top of each other? There's also this picture of Rihanna's dress photoshopped into a pizza, and I'm not gonna lie, I chuckled a bit when I saw this, because I'm imagining her actually out on the red carpet with a giant pizza just following behind her on the ground. Once again, props to the person who actually sat down to edit this. Okay, but I'm honestly getting off topic though. If you've ever seen one of my videos, it takes me like 10 minutes to get to the point. I keep you guys in suspense as you anxiously wait for the story time to begin. And I guess now would be a good time, wouldn't it? So back when I was in grade 5, my school had pizza days every other week on a Friday. And of course, as kids, this was the best thing in the entire world. Actually, who am I kidding? I still get excited about pizza as an adult. But this whole twice a month pizza day thing was awesome and everybody looked forward to it. Because if you think about it, that was really exciting food compared to my usual whole wheat ham sandwich with cucumbers on the side. So sad looking, so boring, so incomplete. And don't get me wrong, thank you, Mom, for making those sandwiches for my lunch. I really do appreciate it. But every once in a while, I needed the colorful shine of a pepperoni pizza on my desk. I mean, that's relatable, right? Hashtag relatable. So what happened was you gave your teacher $2 a week before pizza day, and then she would put your name on a list so she knows who paid and who to give the pizza to. Make sense? Yeah. And I always gave my $2. I never forgot because little Jessie wanted her pizza. I mean, I dreamed about those slices. And I spent my own allowance too, by the way. I got $2 a week if I cleaned my room and I did my chores on time. And while the other kids were spending their chore money on Game Boy games, Tamagotchis, Bratz dolls, Crocs, I literally had a piggy bank in my room exclusively for pizza. Well, here's the very unfortunate twist to the story. As you know, my last name starts with the letter V, and my teacher had this alphabetical list of students who bought pizza. It was sorted by last name, and she would call up their names one by one in order to come get their pizza slice. Well, my name was at the very, very, very bottom of that list. So each pizza day, I had to sit patiently while 28 people got their delicious lunch before me. My mouth would be watering as Timmy ecstatically skipped by me back to his seat where he ate his pizza. His pizza aroma dancing around my nose as I tried to stay patient. And just like a real nightmare, sometimes they would actually run out of pizza before getting to me. And you're probably wondering, how the heck does a school run out of pizza? How could they promise kids pizza and then run out? And yeah, I ask myself that question every single day. Do you like my sneeze? So I'd be sitting there looking at that empty pizza box, and my teacher would call me up to the front and she'd be like,
listen, Jessie, I am so sorry to tell you this again, but somehow all of the slices have been taken, and I'm just not too sure what to do about that. I don't really know what to tell you right now, Jessie.
How about you order some more? How about you make sure that when you call the pizza man, you have the correct ratio of pizzas to students next time? But guys, I was a really shy kid kid back then, as I brought up before, so I would just sadly nod my head and walk back to my seat. I mean, are you tearing up listening to this story? Because I almost am. It's bringing back a lot of memories. I remember having to resort to begging other kids in my class for a piece of theirs, but as you can imagine, that didn't really go quite well. Some people did not feel sorry for me at all. Hey Moot, is there any way I could have a little piece of your pizza? Just a little tiny piece, please? Or some people would be a tiny bit generous. Emphasis on the tiny. Can I have a tiny piece of yours? You owe me $5 for that tomorrow. Some people would even flaunt their pizza in front of me just to make me jealous. And I'm not gonna lie, it definitely worked. Wouldn't even finish their pizzas and would just throw them out like they didn't even matter. Like their pizza slices were garbage. They had no respect for their heavenly creations. So don't worry, the story is not over just yet. Because one day I decided that I had enough. I would no longer let myself be denied a pizza slice. So on one of the pizza days, before my teacher even got a word out, I stood up in front of the entire class and walked over to her. I pointed to her class list and said,
Mrs. Smith, today you're gonna read your pizza list from the bottom to the top. Do you hear me?
And she looked absolutely shocked. Like, I will never forget her facial expression in that moment. I said,
listen, I am no longer going to be a victim of this pizza crime.
And I think she was just so surprised that I actually made the effort to do that, because she immediately handed me my slice before anybody else. Finally, the letter V was being recognized. Finally, I was able to get the first bite while everybody else watched in jealousy. And guess what ended up happening for the rest of the school year after I did that? Every other pizza day, she would switch which way she read the class list. So one day she would start with the letter A, and the next week it would be V. The teacher even made sure there was enough slices for everybody. Guys, I changed the lives of all the kids on the bottom of the class list. We were finally all equals, and it was all because I stood up for myself. So you should definitely learn something from this story. Even if it's as small of an issue as pizza, never let yourself get walked over. So I hope you guys did enjoy this story time. If you're at my show right now, I absolutely cannot wait to meet you. I'm so excited. And yeah, I hope you guys have an awesome, awesome day. And until next time, bye!